Parshas Balak contains a striking reversal of expectations. Balak, king of Moab, hires Bilam, the greatest prophet of the nations, to curse the Jewish people. Instead, every attempt to curse them is transformed into a blessing. The question is asked as to why Bilam felt the need to restate wwhere he came from. Pasuk says, "Min Aram yacheni Balak melech Moab mehararei Kedar." From Aram, Balak, the king of Moab, brought me from the mountains of the east. My father, Zecher Tzadik Levracha, quoted the Dubner Maggid, may his merit protect us, who answers this with a penetrating mashal. Imagine a darshan, a preacher, arriving from a city notorious for immorality, corruption, and moral depravity, comes to a city of righteous Jews and delivers a fiery Musar shmooze addressing a laundry list of averos. The audience is aghast and asks, "Why have you come here? Why aren't you preaching these words in your own city?" That, said the Dubner Maggid, was Bilam's own realization. Bilam is not telling us his geographical origin, but the spiritual and moral character of the place from which he came. Balak had brought him from a world filled with immorality and violence to search for faults in the Jewish people. Yet when he stood before the camp of Israel, Bilam was struck by the foolishness and hypocrisy of his assignment. My father then made an observation that is perhaps even more striking today than when he first delivered these words decades ago. He noted that the nations of the world so often search for the sins of Israel while ignoring the horrors taking place around them. He pointed specifically to the Muslim world, where murder, bloodshed, oppression, and tyranny torment entire populations. Yet Israel is blamed as fascist and imperialistic. Sadly, my father's words have lost none of their relevance, despite the passage of time. Today, we continue to witness the world celebrating murderous regimes that brutalize their own people. Vast regions of the world plagued by civil war, hunger, persecution, and repression. Yet the overwhelming attention of the international community remains fixed upon Israel. Once again, the enemies of the Jewish people seek only to vilify and destroy. They turn a blind eye to the truths before them. This should not surprise us. It is the very story of Bilam. Before he arrived, his mission had already been determined. He was not sent to seek truth, but to twist it. However, the Torah does not end the story there. Gemara teaches that although Bilam uttered many blessings that later turned to curses, there was one that didn't. Ma tovu olecha Yaakov, mishkanasecha Yisrael. How goodly are your tents, O Yaakov, your dwelling places, O Israel. Why did that blessing endure? The Sfas Emes, may his merit protect us, together with the words of Chazal, that Olecha refers to shuls and Mishkanasecha to Batei Midrash, halls of Torah study, explains that Bilam was granted a vision of the Jewish future. He saw exile. He saw destruction. He saw a nation scattered across the world without a Beis HaMikdash. Yet he also saw something no enemy could destroy. He saw the Jewish people's loyalty to Hashem and its mission. He saw shuls filled with Jews at prayer. He saw Batei Midrash filled with the sound of Torah. He saw Jewish homes where parents transmitted faith and Torah and mitzvahs to their children. At that moment, even Bilam was forced to acknowledge the secret of Jewish eternity and had to exclaim, "Ma tovu," how grand, how beautiful, how special are the Jewish people. Empires have risen and fallen. The names of Israel's enemies have changed from one generation to the next. Accusations against the Jewish people have taken different forms, but the answer has always remained the same. The strength of the Jewish people has never depended upon the approval of the nations. It has depended upon our commitment to Hashem, to His Torah, to our shuls, to our Batei Midrash, and our Jewish homes. Perhaps that is the greatest irony of Parshas Balak. The very man who came to curse the Jewish people became the one who proclaimed the secret of its survival. And if that secret sustained us through every exile, every generation until today, then with Hashem's help, it will continue to sustain us until the coming of Mashiach. B'mheira v'yameinu. Shabbat Shalom.